Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Vitality Wednesday. And I am Dr. Kalpana Sundar. With me is my co-host, Robin Fields. And every other week, we talk about things related to vitality. And 2 weeks ago, we talked about how vitality isn't just about you. So if you missed that conversation, maybe go back and take a look. It was quick, but 10-minute little episode about how it affects your relationships. And I wanted to kind of deeper dive into that today with Robin because, the other thing that people don't realize, because I think we all think vitality is just about us, and it really isn't. But low vitality affects so many things. It actually affects the connection that you have with other people. So not even just your family and family. We talked more about family last time, but also the people around you, business acquaintances, people that you come across every day, people at the supermarket, all of that. How does it show up in those situations? Well, it can actually distort your character in everyday life. So let me ask you this question, Robin. When you're out and about in a day, can you tell when somebody doesn't feel good?
Yes, absolutely. Yep. And you can also feel it when somebody is feeling great.
Yes. And you know what? We don't register these things sometimes. We don't think about them, but it is very obvious, not only in the way they communicate, but in the way they show up energetically.
Hmm.
Somebody feels great. Who feels great? Let's say, how would they act in this grocery store?
Well, very nice, very helpful, a smile.
Right. And then you have the person that's, stomping their feet, checking their phone and just
Yeah.
aggravated. And, again, they could not, maybe they don't have a vitality from a physical perspective. Maybe they don't have vitality from an emotional perspective. Whatever that is, they do lack some sort of vitality or they wouldn't be acting that way. If they were truly inhabiting their body, enjoying their life,
Mhm.
I don't think a person acts like that.
Yeah, and you can definitely feel that energy.
Yes,
It brings you down
it
unless you're
really,
aware of it and you can stay. But yeah, if you let it affect you, it can bring you down.
yes, absolutely. So I've had a couple of experience with this. And again, sometimes I just tend to get a little aggravated that people act certain ways, but then take a step back and just try to maybe propose what could be going on in their lives. I experienced something very interesting at a very high-end social networking club several months ago, where, these people that I met there, of course, they seemed really nice. And then as time went on, I was starting to get vibes of people talking about each other and talking bad about each other. And I thought,
No.
oh God, I thought that was a situation that happened only in grade school or in middle school or high school. But no, it happens even in adulthood, which is crazy. But the bottom line is that when people don't have vitality, whether it's mental, whether it's emotional, whether it's physical, they're really reduced to the smallest version of themselves. Because the small contracted version of a human being is one that talks badly about other people, is negative, has no
Mhm.
patience. An expanded view of a human being who has the vitality in many aspects of their life would be somebody that doesn't say negative things, is present in their body, present in life, enjoying it, right? And those things show up so differently.
Yeah, that's really sad. Yeah, I've noticed that too. But you wonder why they don't feel good about themselves, so they have to
Yes.
bring others down.
Yeah. And, I think that they don't feel good about themselves. And whatever the root cause is, it's something related with either emotional, physical, or, mental well-being. I mean, that those are really the only three things that I can think about. Because when you really feel good in your life, you don't think to want to do that to somebody else. And I'm not coming from this in a place of where I've never done that because I have.
Yeah.
And so I'm coming from this from a place of I've done that. I know why I did that, and now I don't, and I know why I don't do it anymore. When I was a surgeon, I acted many times the same way, just very quick to judge, did
Mhm.
not show people grace, very impatient, So clearly my life was not where I wanted it to be, but at that moment, I didn't know it, and I don't think I was willing to look at it. But later in my life, I started to look at it and realized what it does.
Yeah. And I think all of us have been there.
Oh, yeah, we all have.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And this is not this is not a finger pointing. This is not a blame issue. No, it's just a noticing issue.
Mm.
And when we see people like that, I mean, honestly, now I look at it with compassion. I used to just get angry, but now I look at it with compassion. I think, wow, I feel for whatever struggle they're going through. And then I just say something kind in my mind for them that I hope they find whatever their peace they're
Uh-huh.
looking for is.
Yeah. That's so good. And they
Yeah.
can feel that, I'm sure.
I hope so. I mean, because that's
Yeah.
all I can do, and I don't want to resort to what they're doing and then just talk negatively or feel negatively about them. So I feel that compassion is the best way I can do it, and it keeps me calm and peaceful, and hopefully they feel that is all I could say. So yeah, but there's a lot of that in the world, and vitality has a significant impact on others around us. So we can choose to either make it a positive impact or a negative impact. And I think what I'd love to see in this world is that we all feel good emotionally, physically, mentally. So then we can continue to spread that to others around us because that is contagious. It really is. When somebody's mean to us, some of us will just go and be mean to other people. Or you have another choice. Somebody's mean to you, you look at them with compassion, and then you just choose to be kinder to the next person you come across.
Yeah. Absolutely. That would be, and even if one person makes a difference, um,
Mhm.
that one person can have a huge impact on
100%.
people around them.
I think sometimes as human beings, we think that we're small and can't really create effective change. But you don't have to be Gandhi or Martin Luther King Jr. to change the world. I mean, massive respects for them, of course, and people like them. But on an individual level, if we can just extend kindness, even when kindness wasn't extended to us,
Mhm.
we literally can change the trajectory.
Oh, excuse
Bless
me.
you. Well, that just means that that's a true statement.
Does it?
I don't know. I'm superstitious.
Uh,
But
so,
yeah,
yeah,
that
I had a church leader once. I loved his way of thinking. He thought every morning, who can I serve today?
I love that.
Yeah, I do too. And it was new to me, so I have tried to do that and implement it, but it just gives you a different perspective and
Hmm.
who can we help? Who can we serve in one small way today?
Yeah, and that's a beautiful way to look at it. And sometimes I'll just add that sometimes it's somebody else, and sometimes it might just need to be us.
Yeah.
Only because we cannot truly serve others until we're really taking care of us.
Yeah.
So I agree with that, just with a small change.
Yeah.
Don't tell him I changed what he said.
It'll be just between you and me.
Okay. Phew. And the man upstairs. But anyway, well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I hope that added some at least some perspective to your day. And starting next month, we're going to get into some logistics and deep dive into some vitality measures. So stay tuned with us. And thank you guys so much for watching.
Thanks, Dr. Sundar.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. Thanks, Robin.
Bye.
Bye.